Hi guys, today we'll be analyzing Netflix under a technical and fundamental point of view in depth. Here we see in the upper section we see the naked price with the resistances and the supports, while in the lower section we see an indicator derived, a property indicator derived by the Hart bands. As we can see here, the price is approaching the upper band, and since the band move as a contrarian indicator, once the price would hit, okay, or should hit, if the price should hit the upper band, for us it's a signal for a sell short. Okay, actually we could also start triggering a sell short since the price is really close to the upper section. As once we study, okay, how this indicator worked in the past, we can see that every time the price has hit, okay, the upper section, we've seen a counter trend movement. For example, here we've seen from 373 or almost 400 US dollar. Okay, we've seen a movement, a counter movement until this area, so 285 with a great actually risk reward ratio. Here again we have a buy signal around 286, okay, to go out at 383. As well here a new sell short at 386 and a new buy, exit from the sell short, and you buy at 277. And now actually we are from 277 we have a new signal for, till 455. Okay, let's say that obviously we can have situation like here where, okay, the price overcome the upper band, yet more the price will be able to go beyond the threshold, the upper band, better it is the chance to trigger our short. Okay, so this with my property indicator. Let's move now to the another view. Here we are in tradingview.com, and from a weekly chart we switch to a daily chart. As we can see here, actually I want to underline the volumes. We've seen here 9 candles, actually with the exception of one very small doji, 1 up candles, okay? Sorry, 9 up candles, yet the volumes are going down, okay? That actually means that there is no, just the retail traders, let's say the little fishes, are buying the Netflix at these levels, okay? While most probably the big sharks are out of the market, or more importantly, the big sharks are here, okay? Here we see 2 spikes in volumes, okay, in association with a high, a relative high, okay. In other words, if we see an increase in volumes where the price hit the top, then obviously this is a very negative signal for the stock. So from the volume analysis, and using my indicator, we see that we are really close to a relative top. Now we could use also the accumulation distribution in order to have a second confirmation. Let's see what the accumulation distribution is doing. Okay, so now we see that the price returned to the relative high around 440, okay, so 440 US dollar. Yet we see the accumulation distribution is not at the same level, okay, so there is a bearish divergence. So even the accumulation distribution is telling us that we might see a movement downwards. So from analyzing, okay, the weekly chart, okay, which give us a medium term projection, okay, we should see a movement downwards. First till X resistance, so 386, now new support, but most probably we might see a movement till this area 315, okay. This is for the medium term, so it's a weekly chart, so it's matter of few months before we might see this movement. Yet we are really close to the top, so we might see some other daily or weekly candle going to hit the upper bands or even beyond the upper bands. Yet Netflix seems to be doomed to go down. Now let's move the fundamental analysis, I would like to share with you the price against earnings, the price against the revenues, and the price against cash flow. In order then to actually to understand if Netflix is an expensive company or is a cheap one, okay? Well, obviously it's very difficult to find cheap companies right now since the market is in a huge bubble, okay? Now let's see here, we have price against earnings equal to 114, which is extremely high valuation. In other words, it's based on price against earnings, the company is really expensive. But now let's move to the price against revenues. Okay, fatturato is in Italian, so it's 9.59, almost 10, which is absurd. Where actually this company Netflix is really expensive. Now let's move to the price against cash flow for the last 12 months is 16. Okay, 16.41, which is a normal evaluation. In other words, Netflix seems to be very expensive. So, under a fundamental point of view, there are no reasons at all to bet on Netflix, and there are no reasons to see Netflix going up further. While under a technical point of view, we might see some few days in uptrend more, okay. Yet the midterm technical analysis getting really interesting. Why? Since because I really believe we are going to see a movement downwards for at least 15 or 20% of the value. Thank you, guys.